Welcome back to my kitchen as I show you how I use all the ingredients you see here and turn it into this beautiful Seminole Pumpkin Couscous dish. We're starting off with 1/2 cup of onion, and you can see that I have my most favorite veggie chopper smasher thing tool. Let's chop up this onion, measure out 1/2 cup, and then we'll just add it over to our Instant Pot. Next, we need 2 cups of diced tomatoes, or 2 large tomatoes. I chose to dice grape style or cherry style tomatoes because typically these have more flavor than the bigger tomatoes if you're buying them from the grocery store, and I didn't have any fresh tomatoes from the garden, so I had to get mine from Publix. These ones were on sale, 2 containers for $6. You need 2 cups of it, and I had a little bit left over that I've been using for my breakfast the next couple days. And next up, the star of the show, the Seminole Pumpkin. This is Seminole Pumpkin Couscous, after all. Aside from the pumpkin, the onion was also grown in my garden. The original recipe calls for 2 cups of zucchini, or 1 large zucchini, and 1 cup of yellow squash, or 1 small yellow squash. I decided to substitute Seminole pumpkin for all of it with an intended volume of 3 cups of cubed Seminole pumpkin, but then somehow I got distracted in my head and I put 4 cups of Seminole pumpkin into the Instant Pot. And if it looks like I'm struggling a little bit to process this thing, it's because I am, and I've never cut up a pumpkin for cooking before, only for jack-o'-lanterns. Let's move on now to some of our more dry ingredients, like being the spices in the couscous, and then we'll also include the garlic in the spices. 1 full cup of Israeli-style couscous. What you're seeing here is definitely 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Let's settle the debate. Is it turmeric or turmeric? Anyways, 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric. I always said turmeric until the internet blew my mind with turmeric. Looking for that ground cumin next, and we're going to do 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And if you guys enjoy seeing recipes made from my garden harvest, please like and subscribe. Your support means more than you realize. And that was 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. And we're going to top all this off with just 1 cup of water, and then you know me, I don't use fresh garlic. That's a lot of work. I can always just keep a jar of garlic on hand, and it calls for 3 cloves of minced garlic, which should be 3 teaspoons if I remember correctly of the garlic. I really like to mix all the ingredients up in the Instant Pot before I begin cooking. I really just think incorporating all of the different textures and flavors and kind of dispersing that liquid and the spices throughout are going to make it cook a little more evenly. I don't know, I might be just full of it, but in my mind that's the right thing to do. So we're going to go ahead and secure the lid on the Instant Pot. We're going to close the pressure relief valve. Select manual or however you put it on high pressure for 3 minutes. It wants to cook on high pressure for 3 minutes. At the end of the 3 minutes, you're going to allow the pot to sit undisturbed for 5 minutes and then use the quick release to release any remaining pressure. Go ahead and stir it up. You see it does have a lot of liquid right now, and I'm going to add even more by adding the lime juice. The recipe calls for the juice of 1 large lime. And if you guys have never used these lime squeezers before, almost everybody uses them wrong. You actually have to put the flat side down and you're squishing the lime almost inside out, but then all the juice is going to fall into those holes. So you see it kind of pops out inverted. The longer you let it sit, the more the couscous is going to absorb all the extra liquid. So then honestly, when you eat it, it's not very liquidy. Go ahead and add fresh parsley to taste and enjoy. Again, please like and subscribe.